I'm curious though as to how he's fitting in off the ice with the group and sort of getting, you know, joining the group here in Vancouver.
Yeah, he's been good. I mean, it's not easy for him to. This is his first camp, his first NHL camp, and he's handled himself really well, not only on the ice but off the ice, asking questions. Just trying to get to know the guys as best he can, because I mean he's a great player, and he seems to be a really good person off the ice too. So, it's nice to have him around for sure.
And then in terms of the power play work you guys are doing today, just your thoughts on the excitement you have for this group to come back into this season with a bunch of young players on it like yourself to continue to try and grow and even improve upon what you were able to do on the man advantage last year.
Yeah, no, I think obviously last year was a step in the right direction, and I just want to continue to keep getting better. I mean, I'm not sure what we finished last year, but we want to be near the top again. Like you said, we got a lot of good young hockey players that have a lot of skill and have a lot of chemistry out there together. So we just got to continue to keep getting better and better every single year.
Next up is Ian McIntyre.
Hi, Bo. Do you like the idea of getting more or less an NHL like team together at this stage of camp rather than waiting to the end?
Yeah, no, I think it's really important to, obviously to get everybody together as quick as possible. I think, we don't have any exhibition games. We don't have much time to kind of bond and get chemistry with guys like we did in previous years. We're just hopping right into it. So the more you skate with your team and with your line mates now, the more ready you're going to be for game one. So I think the way we're doing it is great.
Okay, and who did you have in the Gaudette-Pedersen fight? Sorry, the 2-on-2 drill.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, both of them are battling hard, and like it just shows the compete level on our team that you're going to do whatever it takes to help your team win and to be the best and to get your guys ready to go for game one, and they displayed it out there today. So it was pretty evenly matched.
Next up is Farhan Lalji.
Bo, back to Nils and his performance on the ice so far. You've had 3 practices and then the Wednesday scrimmage with him. What's impressed you the most playing with him, and do you think he's ready?
I mean, yeah, I think he is. He's got tremendous skill and speed. I think it's obviously Tanner and I are just starting to kind of get to know him, personally and on the ice and what he's going to do out there. So, obviously we want to build chemistry and hopefully we can stay together for a long time, but I feel he's ready to go.
Next up is Jeff Patterson.
Hey, are we good?
Hey, Bo, if you think back to the bubble in Edmonton last year, how long did it take you to sort of get used to those surroundings? And obviously you're going to visit other buildings, but with no fans in the stands. It's essentially going to be that same environment. Did it take a couple of games before it kind of clicked in that this is the new reality?
Yeah, I mean, I think, it is going to be the new reality. I think it's going to take some getting used to, but at the same time, as long as you're playing hockey and doing what you love, I mean, it's going to feel the same way. Obviously, it's a little bit more condensed season, and it's going to be a little bit more different than the bubble. But we can't wait. We can't wait to get started.
In terms of being a good home ice team as opposed to a road team, when there are, the variables are sort of taken out of the mix, is that going to, or how will that impact, do you think, sort of the way that you have to play home and away this year?
Yeah, obviously, it's tough to get, the fans behind you or, the transitions during the games where, the crowd's going crazy when you're pressing or you're trying to keep a goal from being scored near the end of the game. So it's going to be different that way. We played in the bubble, so we know what it's kind of like that way, but, we just have to adjust to it and, we got to be adaptable. I think that's the biggest thing is adapt to every situation that we're put in this year.
Next up is Barry DeLay.
Hi, Bo. How you doing?
Good.
Hey, you guys had such a good run in the bubble last year. What did you learn, or what do you take out of there that you can specifically apply to this year, do you think?
I just think we bonded really well as a team. We came together. I think we became closer, just spending a lot of time with the guys and going to battle with the guy next to you, and all trying to to win the same goal, and that was battling for the guy next to you. And I think we took a huge step in the bubble, but we got to back that up now, and we have to hold ourselves to a higher standard, and we want to get better and better every game this year.
A lot of your core players, you included, JT Miller, had such great production last year. How important is it to do that again, plus this year, if you're going to take another step?
Yeah, I mean, our top guys and our guys that our leaders have to step up and be big parts again this year, like we were last year. And like I said, we got to hold ourselves to a higher standard, and can't just expect good enough. We got to keep getting better and better.
Next up is Gary Rutherford.
Hi, Bo. You've been captain for over a year now. Do you feel that your leadership skills have changed over the last year?
I think I've definitely learned a lot. This definitely wasn't an easy first year being captain with everything that transpired, and I've definitely learned a lot, and I had a lot of good support staff to help me out, in the last year. Whether it's talking with the guys in the room or my friends and family, the support staff around the rink. So I tried to use my resources as best as possible. And I definitely learned a lot, and I think it's just going to make me a better leader going forward.
And with this young team that you've got, you'd like to lead by example with your work on the ice. You'd like to show them that you're a hard worker, and this is what needs to be done to make this team.
For sure, yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm not the guy who's going to hoot and holler in the room, and obviously when there's things that need to be said, I'll say it. But, for the most part, I want to lead by example on the ice, and even on the ice in the gym. Try to, just by working hard and coming to work every single day and trying to get better every single day. So if I can lead by example like that, I would say I'm doing my job that way.
Next up is Patrick Johnson.
Well, you played some of the heaviest defensive minutes in the league last year. We've talked so much about Hoaglander's offensive skills, but what is it about his, sort of talents that suggests to you he's going to have some success as a defensive player?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's just a smart player, and his work ethic, I think, is the biggest thing I noticed. Not only does he have skill and speed, but I think his smarts and his willingness to get places and do the dirty work too, I think is a testament to his, personality, his character. And, I think he's never played an NHL game, so it's tough to know what it's going to be like. But I think he's going to handle himself really well.
Just last, we were talking a bit about the energy and the sort of enthusiasm of your group. Probably nothing better to display that than the way you guys reacted with Beagle scoring the winner there at the end of practice.
Yeah. No, exactly. I mean, we have a pretty tight knit group. A lot of guys, if you ask around, a lot of guys would say that. And, we all want to see each other succeed, but we want to, we're all, pushing each other to be better. And we all want the same goal at the end of the day, and that's to win. And I think that's the biggest thing you can ask from your teammates is for the next guy beside you to go to war with you. And, I think we have that in our room.
And with the final question for Bo, it's Jenna Carson-Smith.
Hi, Bo. We're about halfway through camp now. How does this camp feel different from previous years for you?
I mean, I think it's just maybe a little bit different in the fact that we're not going to have any exhibition games. So, I mean, it's a typical Travis Green training camp. It's not going to be easy. It's going to get you prepared for the regular season. And, it hasn't been too different that way, but to not have any exhibition games before going into the season is going to be a little different that way. So we're just going to, like I said, you have to adapt, you have to adjust, and we're going to be ready to go for game one.
And with it's been kind of a weird day in terms of the Dallas Stars had to shut their facilities. Schedule has to be rejigged a little bit. What do you say to people who might say that NHL teams shouldn't even be coming back and playing right now? What can the NHL provide during this really tough time in the world?
I mean, there's so many. Obviously, safety is number one, and you have to take in consideration of that. And but there's, we're trying to follow the protocols as best we can, and there's so many type protocols that we have to follow, and I think we're just trying to do that to the best of our abilities. And I think it's going to be good, for not only for us to get back to normalcy, but for our fans and people around the world that every night can watch their favorite team play and kind of have that escape and some sort of normalcy in their life and something to look forward to, to watch every single night. And it's a lot of hockey. It's going to be a lot of good hockey, and hopefully we can be that escape for people that are going through a tough time right now.